Welcome back to Bad Bad Bowling with your boy C with the in-home edition. They're holding fresh lanes for me, so I figured I would get this out the way right now to go over all the metrics for the Supernova, which we're doing the review for today. I know it's taking me a while, and I do apologize, but life happens. Okay, so we're throwing this Supernova. So the question that I have for all of you is, do you think that this ball is going to be stronger than the regular Nova? With the name Super, you would think so, but who really knows? Now, this again is the Supernova ball made by Storm. It's got the next cover stock because this is a solid reactive ball. It's also asymmetrical, and the RG is 2.53. The differential is 0.049, and then the mass bias course is 0.018. Now, with that being said, I have my layout done. For me, I throw a little different. I have what's called a high track. So being that it's a high track, it's drilled 4 times 4 times 2. I will put the numbers on both sides. You guys know how I do that. So what is my expectations for the Supernova? I expect it to be hyper aggressive. I mean, I expect it to be too aggressive basically with this layout, almost for a house shot. I expect that I'm going to have to be feed on 26, 27, 28, 29, even on the fresh pair. I'm a low rev bowler, but even with that said, when a ball like this, when you get it drilled the way I did, I got it drilled that way for a reason, so that I can basically only use this on heavy oil. We'll get the opportunity to see that on Saturday on the Bear 41 Sports Shot. It's a PBA shot, actually. So we'll get to see this ball perform on a house shot today and on the sports shot tomorrow. So with that being said, I expect this ball, when we get to the lanes, to get into the mids. And I expect it, when it hits friction, it's going to go. I expect it to have a really, really good back end also. So I say, since I have everything ready to go, I have this ball ready to go, I even have the night road ready. So since I am ready, let's go ahead to the lanes and let's see what this ball can really do. I'm super excited to see it. I've been waiting to throw it. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. All right, so today we're going to start with the, we're going to be doing a ball review of the Supernova. So we're going to start with our feet on 15 today. And this ball is really strong, so we're going to start on 15, break point over 5. Okay, we expected that. Okay, so now we're going to move to 20. And the reason why we're going to move to 20 and not slide shortly is because we see how aggressive it is. So I don't think 20 will be good enough either. Nope, 20 is not good enough either. All right, so let's move to 23. Let's see if that'll be enough. Now remember, this ball is 2,000 grit out the box. I haven't made any changes. Just had it drilled, and here we are. Okay, so 23 is not enough. So since 23 is not enough, let's make the move to 25. Actually, let's go to 26. Yeah, let's go 26. Still break point around 5. And boy, winner, winner, chicken dinner, do we got a winner. Okay, so that was quick lining up with this ball. But when you know what to expect, it's not hard to do. So we're going to go back to 26 and see if we can't repeat the last shot. Woo! Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and slide over to 27. Just to see what that's going to do. Good outcome. Release was bad because the ball bounced. That means it came off my hand incorrect. So we're going to go back to 27, and we're going to see if we can't repeat the last shot, but get all the way through the ball. How's that? Okay, I like that ball. I like that shot. All right, so let's go back to 27. Okay, so I didn't get it as far out as I needed to. As you see, if I get it over 9, we're break point about 6, it ain't good enough. All right, so I'm gonna go over to 29, throw a couple of shots, and then we can talk about how it works, and then we'll start moving left to see how it'll hold up. That's good. Now, feedback on 29. Now listen, I hope you guys are paying attention to how far down the lane it's getting, how deep into the mids before it makes the turn, and then once it hits the friction of the back end, it's just gonna go. Buried another one. All right, so this last shot on 29, and then let's talk about this. Good. Oh no! You see that, people? All right, so we had the opportunity to throw the Supernova, and boy, oh boy, am I impressed. I knew starting from the right, around 10, 15, it's not gonna work. Because it's the way it's drilled, it's really aggressive. So that was the understanding through the door, but I wanted to throw it that way that people can see with my layout that if you do throw it, even on the fresh oil pattern, and your feet are on 10 or 15, it just ain't gonna work. Even at 20, getting it all the way out to break point 2 and 3 board, as you see, it still was too much. Playing it inside, it's still too much. So that's why getting it out 25, 26, 27, that's the area that you're gonna have to start with. But in the league setting, it's so aggressive that the lanes may break down before you ever really get going, especially if you're on a 5-man team. The ball does get past the fronts, and it gets far into the mids before it starts to turn, which is actually a really good thing. And as you can see, it also has a really angular back end, which is also another great thing because it's also really controllable. With that being said, I like what I'm seeing so far. I managed to get my feet out to about 29-ish, I do, if I remember correctly. So let's go back out there. Let's move a little left. Now, future warning, I don't think that moving left is going to actually work due to how much oil is out there. I think the ball is versatile enough, but I don't think it's going to be able to that's a lot of movement, and I don't think that it'll have it. If it was a little drier setting, absolutely. Like when the lanes break down when you're bowling, sure. But on a fresh pair like this, and I'm the only person bowling, I don't think it'll hold up very well out there at 35, 36, 37, but let's go find out. Here we go. All right, so we'll throw one more at 29, and then we're gonna start marching our way left. Like I said when we talked about it, it's a very aggressive ball. It gets down the lane deep into the mids. So let's find out how much energy it'll store. Beautiful line, beautiful shot. All right, so we were just at 29. So now we're gonna go to 32. And let's see how much energy it stores. I think it stores a lot. All right, so let's throw another one from 32. I really like that last line. Whew, this is a tough ball. Oh, a tighter line, is it holding? Oh, actually it kind of did. That's interesting, so you can even play tougher. All right, let's do this 32 repeat since I pulled it inside. Beautiful. So we're at 32. Let's go to 35. We'll move the 35. Move my sight in 2 boards. There we go. Okay, that's different. So we're gonna back to 35. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it inside another 2 boards with my eyes. All right, so 35. Let's bring it in. Break point about 10. I'm gonna try to get there. Got a little further out than I wanted. So let's try 35, but let's slow it down a little. There we go. There we go. All right, so as we've seen, 35 isn't bad, so let's go to 38. We're gonna slow it down, make sure we get through the shot. Okay, so if it's outside, it ain't coming back, not even from slow down perspective. So from 38, you're gonna have to play this inside a little more. So break point about 12. So there's a lot of oil out there, which is great, but throwing that cross alley, not so good. So being that it's so oily out, I'm gonna move my feet to 40. I'm gonna have a really, really tight line, break point, maybe about 15 to hold this line. All right, so let's try this again from 40. I want to try to tighten that line as tight as I can. That might be too loose. Yep, too loose. All right, so let's go from 35. And let's make sure that we keep it a little tighter. See, there's so much oil out there. I'm not a cranker, I can't push it back. Okay, so we're gonna go back over to 32. Now this is where the ball just does its business. There's so much oil playing all that cross, and I'm a straighter player. I can't get it through or back. But somebody with more hand in the ball, absolutely they can. And as you see at 32, once it hits the mid, it starts to push. All right, so let's go back to 32, throw another shot. Now I can't wait to see what this ball's gonna do on Saturday on the flat surface, because boy, oh boy, do I like the way this ball shapes down the lane. I mean, just beautiful the way it turns. All right, let's do one last one at 32, then keep on going right. Boy, I can't wait to see this on a sports pattern, I'm telling you now. Yep. Oh, a solid tenner, but we'll take it. All right, so 29. Let's throw a couple of shots here, a couple on 26, and call it a day. Woo! Beautiful shot, beautiful line, a little tighter, and I like it. All right, so let's see if we can. Now, pay attention to how the ball finishes. What I mean is where it goes through the pins at. Bury that one. Okay, so last shot at 29. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna go 26, take a couple shots, and then we can go ahead and talk about it for a second and get on out of here. That's a tight line. Whoo! And that does not matter. All right, so a couple more at 26. See if I can't get that break point back out around 5 just to see what it does. There we go. Whew. So I can hold in the oil, get it out to the break point. Boom. All right, so last ball on 26. And we can go ahead and talk about this. Hold, please. Bury the line. Okay, so we had the opportunity to go out there and throw even more shots with the Supernova, and I'm in love with the ball. I really am. I really wasn't the biggest fan of the Nova, of the regular Nova, but the Supernova I'm a really big fan of. They both had the ignition core, if I'm correct. The numbers are even about the same, but this ball, I mean, I'm telling you, I just love the way it is. Maybe it's the way it's laid out. Maybe I'll get another Nova and lay it out the same way just to see, but this ball is fantastic. Now, remember, I was bowling today on a fresh pair, so that actually makes it so much sweeter. So I was able to go out in 29, 32, 31, 33, 34. I don't think it's going to matter, even on a fresh shot. As you can see, with the break point even around 5, it still ripped and roared back. But once you got to 35, 36, 37, 38, it wasn't able to turn the corner. If you can play a tighter line, you're a cranger with a tighter line, then sure, it might work. Or if you have more hand, because I'm, again, a low rev bowler. So being a low rev bowler, I don't expect on a fresh pair to be able to be out there on 33, 34, ripping and roaring the ball. Unfortunately, that ain't my game. Well, fortunate for me, it's not my game. Fortunate for anyone who's watching the video today that does bowl that style. Watching me may not help you a lot. However, what I can tell you is that I know for a fact that this ball is the one that'll work for you. Again, I am so excited to get into a bowling alley. Okay? I am so excited to get into this bowling alley on Saturday on a fresh 41-foot bear shot that I'm excited. I'm super excited to see what this Supernova can do, because I'm under the expectation that this ball, I'm going to roll it down 5 and it's going to get to Broadway. Okay, I'm expecting it to hit with a lot of thunder. I don't think it'll slide through. I think it'll still get deep into the mids, and once it hits that friction, it's going to go. So with that being said, you know I'm not a storm guy. I'm not a roto guy. I'm just me. And I'm happy to be doing reviews for you guys because it makes me happy. And nothing is more satisfying to me than bowling. So, other than my wife. With that said, I can't wait to see what this ball does. Is it going in my bag? Absolutely. Do I recommend it? Oh, you better believe I do. Okay? If you have the choice, put this in your bag or the Nova, I'm going to take this one. Matter of fact, there's not a solid right now that I think I'm going to take over this one. And that's just me being honest with you. Now, if you find the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, because it's helpful for the channel. And yes, we are growing. We've reached over 100,000 views. That is credit to you guys. Also, that little box, that subscribe thing, if you do that, you actually help the channel grow, which is good for me. Now, if you dislike it, please leave a comment. And if you like it, leave a comment also. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you're thinking about the Supernova, or if you have the Nova in your bag, or you already bought the Supernova. Let me know. Now remember, we have this big event on Saturday on a sports shot, and guess what? I think I'm going to actually do the night road tomorrow, a review on that one tomorrow, but I may not release it until Saturday morning or Sunday. With that being said, this is Bad Bad Bowling. I'm your boy C. Again, thank you very much. Have a great day.